Good morning, guys. It's Kiara. It's actually the afternoon, so I don't know why I said good morning, but welcome to part 2 of the apartment shopping video. It's about a week later from when I last filmed, and my dad and I are about to go out to go check out some more apartments because my list has dramatically changed. I got a bunch of requests in the last video to talk more about my list and how I'm organizing things, so before we head out, I thought I would show you guys more about my spreadsheet. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Kiara, and I'm currently looking for a new apartment in Portland, Oregon. I'm about to graduate college. I just really do love Portland and it has such a big piece of my heart, so I am really excited about this next adventure and I hope you guys are too. There are so many exciting moving videos coming up, so if you aren't subscribed already, make sure to hit subscribe down below and make sure your post notifications are turned on as well. Let me pull up this spreadsheet so that I can show you guys where I'm at. Here is my current spreadsheet. A part of me felt like it was really fun to fill it out and do the research on my own. The two websites that I used the most were apartments.com, which had a ton of information that was really easy for me to find and just plug in, and then I actually went onto each of the individual websites for all the apartment buildings. For each vertical column has a color code to it and it's easier for my eyes to follow, and each region is separated by one of these gray bars. So for the most part now I'm really looking in the Northwest District or Slabtown, but I also put down some notes for Sellwood area, South Waterfront is still a contender, and the Southwest area. After I filmed that last video, I came home, added a bunch of new buildings onto this list, went through onto each website and checked out like their availability and more photos, things that maybe I had looked past before. So after doing that, I actually ordered this, and this is why it's so great to do this. I'm just on Google Docs, by the way, because I can move this apartment down, so it's just like an easy way for me to keep track and rank them in my head, because otherwise it just gets so confusing and I can't remember which one I liked more than the other. So this is my current top 10 list, and some of these were in my past video, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out. But we're gonna go check out some new ones. I haven't seen the Maestro apartments, the George Besaw apartments, the Almar apartments, LL Hawkins, the Century, Uptown Collection, Franklin Ide, or Park 19. So I have the location, I have the price or the price range, because most of them are a range, the parking garage, and if I know the fee of the parking garage, fitness center, rooftop or outdoor space, washer dryer, the notes section where I just really let it all out and try to give as many details as I possibly can. If you guys are in the apartment shopping process, I really recommend doing this. Otherwise, the notes just get lost, and for me, I really want to make an educated decision. I am spending a lot of money and I don't want to regret the place I'm living in. There is no perfect situation, and who knows, like I could get into a place and there's a big con that I didn't know about, but as long as I know that I like put in the effort and timing to try to find a place that's right for me, then that's all we can do. If you also are shopping during quarantine like I am, this is really helpful because we're not actually touring the inside of buildings right now, and I'm really taking all my information from online virtual tours or, you know, the outside building / area, which is really important to the process as well. Let's go to Portland and go apartment shopping. Which apartment do we go to first? That's the question.
The one that's the best.
Let's go to the Maestro apartments, Northwest Kearney, but we're gonna have to get gas first.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
All right, we've reached our first destination. This is the Maestro. It's actually more in the Pearl than it is in Slabtown. This one was number 3 on the list.
Even in the hard times,
Pretty cool. Fun little game room. That's cool.
Feel like have video games.
Yeah, they do have video games back there, like consoles.
Cool shuffleboard video games.
We love shuffleboard. Here's the lobby. You can kind of see. Oh yeah, there's. You can't really see it, but through those double doors on the other side, there's a little common area outside. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but there's also little booths.
Like meet someone down here.
Right there.
Talk here for a while.
You can like do work there, which is kind of nice. Yeah, more workspace. So far, nothing that I didn't already expect to see / nothing bad. I don't know if like the location is my absolute favorite. There's a paint shop and radio cab. We could map a market, like the nearest market. So it's not the biggest outdoor area. Most of the apartments that I'm looking at have rooftops, but I don't know if this one in particular has one. So this is like their outdoor space. A little bit small, doesn't have like a ton of sun. Doug says that the outside looks like a hospital, which I can kind of see. It does. It's a little stark, but it's not terrible. It's not bad enough where I would put it down on my list, but if I find other ones today that I like more, then I wouldn't be opposed to not having this as like my number 3. I am gonna map to see where the nearest grocery store is. There's not a ton of like restaurants for being in the Pearl. Like we're kind of in a weird spot. We just drove by the street in the Pearl where most of the good bars and restaurants and places are. More art studios, personal training, stuff like that. We mapped it and Safeway is 0.2 miles away. Trader Joe's is 0.4. New Seasons is also 0.4. Too far to walk where like some of the other places were actually right next to the grocery store, which was pretty nice. I think the next place on our list is the LL Hawkins place, but I'll see which one on my list is just closest to where we are. But the LL Hawkins is right by the Carson, which I showed in the last video, or I found in the last video, and that is right next to New Seasons. Oh my god, it's so hot today. I did not know it was gonna be 70 degrees. Okay, let's see where the George Besaw apartments are. Northwest Xavier Street. I feel like the LL Hawkins could move up.
I think so too.
Because I just really like the location of it. It's 5 minutes away, so it's right around the block. Let's go.
Let's make a little lap around here too, Kiara.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we had to change our plans. I was driving by, what is this one? The Franklin Ide Apartments, which is on my list. So we just thought we would stop now. And I wanted to see the notes about it. So this is number 9 on my list. Prices range from $13.09 to $15.99 for a studio. I wrote not a ton of storage. There is a wall to divide the bedroom, which is really nice, like a more of an alcove. And I wrote darker wood vibe. Nice big windows that are floor to ceiling. We're actually really close to 23rd. I think that is north.
That is.
Yeah, that's the corner is Northwest 23rd, which is pretty nice. We decided that the other apartment, there wasn't a lot going on around there and it was kind of like in a weird spot. This would be really sick because you could just walk and be on Northwest 23rd.
But guest parking would be.
Yeah, parking would be weird. We found the parking structure right there. Parking in Portland is like $150 to $200 a month, which is a hefty. There's a good restaurant. We got a coffee house here. This is the inside. There's like a little lounge in there. It's not bad. See, it's kind of a little bit darker inside because the flooring and the coloring of the cabinets is pretty dark. And you also are right by the hospital, which is good and bad. Doug says it's a no-go. The buildings are too close in a weird way. No view. No view, no lighting.
Yep.
The only perk is that you're close to Northwest 23rd. So there's maybe a reason that that's number 9. Maybe it'll go to number 10. There's no parking anywhere near the street. We're now on like the edge of Northwest 23rd. This is the George Besaw apartments, but literally look, there's no street parking and it's the middle of coronavirus. Well, does that mean that people just pay for street parking? Because it could be, but there's like no passes.
You buy a parking permit,
yeah.
But that doesn't guarantee you a place to park. It just gives you the right to park if you can find one. Like that, that window right there.
Oh yeah. This building is pretty small. This is the building for George Besaw.
The sun is always shining bright. People are smiling, making plans, hiding behind their shades, and you're doing the same. No rain, no flowers, nothing's growing where you're at. Heart is fire.
Pine Street biscuits, that'd be yummy. And there's Ruby Jewel scoops. We saw like right there in the pink umbrellas. Oh, my favorite. Love Ruby Jewel. Here's the parking garage on the back side. Oh, this must be like their outdoor space, you know? We've decided that the best part about this place is the food and the walkability, but it's not very high. Like none of the buildings are very high here, so the views wouldn't be amazing. And often the light will be blocked by another building, so we're not overly impressed. I looked up on the internet the virtual tour of the studio at the George Besaw, so this is what it looks like. It's really nice. But as you can see, the windows aren't all the way, they're not floor to ceiling, which isn't like an absolute must, but it would be nice. This one in particular is pretty light inside. Furnishings are really nice though. Oh yeah, that's the bathroom. All right, next place. We're back in my favorite area, Sloptown. Here's our beautiful New Seasons. I showed this in part 1, we were in the same area. This is where we found the Carson and the other one, oh, Q21. but now we're gonna go look at the LL Hawkins, which is in the same exact area. We actually drove by it the other day, but we never actually got a chance to walk around. So now that it's nice, Doug, that's the other way. He's looking at all the brand new apartments that are being built that are not gonna be ready, but there are a lot of new ones. This area is really cute. There's a bunch of fun places to walk around. There's karaoke bowls, New Seasons. There's a dumpling place in front of me.
That bed, lying awake, 'cause I'm not there beside you, keeping you warm and I know I bet you're cold. You're so damn cold.
Here's the Carson again. The Carson's huge. It's this entire building, and then this is another part of the Carson. You can see that. That's the gym at the Carson. Nice little workout space.
I bet you're cold. You're so damn cold.
Chair, like a place to sit.
Yeah, that's adorable.
That's pretty cute.
I could see myself hanging out in there. Here we are, the LL Hawkins. Pretty cool. Look how many apartments right here. So many. Maybe they have a website or something. That's cool. It says it's gonna be done summer 2020. Brand new. First ones to live there. That could be cool. They have nice windows and balconies. Plus 5 points. Well, we like this area. And I would say that the LL Hawkins is probably on like the same level as the Carson. I'd have to look closer at their insides, but I would say they're pretty equal. Oh, it's so hot. Hot!
It's hot today.
I know it says it's only 67. It must be like humid or something. We're not used to it, I don't know. We found the Almar apartments, but they're in the Northwest 23rd kind of area. Very small, kind of dark windows. The parking problem is a major issue. Like we could barely even find this spot that I'm sitting in, and it's only a 30-minute loading station. I wrote that it's on the higher price point, so that's kind of a bit of a turn off. But they do have a wall to separate the studio, like the bed part, which now I'm just kind of coming to grips with the fact that that just might not be happening in the other places that I'm looking at. Like if I want a cooler place to live, I'm just not gonna get the wall to divide. Yeah, this one might be out, which means we only have 2 more on our list, the Century and Park 19. I think the Century is the cheapest one on my list. I'm gonna map between these two and then see which one's closer, and that's the one we'll go to. All right, Park 19, here we go. It's the closer one. I can't remember if Mom wanted this place, but this is it.
I'll just look in the windows and stuff and see what I can.
Sure. Let me know what you think. I trust your opinion. It's right by a park, which the park itself is really cute, but Doug's like, parks have good and bad points, which is true. There are some homeless people. I wrote that it was kind of dark, which I'm not really interested in. The last place was the Century. This is in a totally different area. There's too many people coming. I gotta go. Oh my God. It's open.
What did he say?
He said he almost gave me a ticket. He said, you're blocking the ramp right here. Get in, come on. Yeah, I said I just dropped my dad off, and he was like, oh, I was trying to just back up and leave because I was like, oh no. And then he literally was like, I'm not gonna write you a ticket, but just so you know, it's a $255 ticket. You're blocking the ramp. Yeah.
But the engine's running.
Yeah, I know, it was bad. Okay, well,
we should probably find a place to park.
Yeah, we should. We were there for like 30 seconds.
Now you know why I'm so concerned about the parking.
Look what just came off my camera and sat perfectly on my dash.
Whoa.
One of the baby screws, so now it's barely hanging on. Should I put it in here?
Yeah.
After our sketchy parking incident, Doug says that we should actually find a parking spot so we can look at this place because he likes it. It says that it has a high customer satisfaction rating, which is nice. This is it. Doug liked the place that we just looked at last, and now he says it's spooky and we wouldn't want to live there.
I absorbed the spooky vibe.
Once we drove out of that block, we were like, eh. And the bad experience from the parking guy who was aside. All right, we're here at the Century. This is in a totally different area. Crossed the bridge. We're on the east side, but we're still in the north. Oh yes, I do remember this place. With western views, 24-hour studio. A little bit dirty. Cute little coffee shop right next door. The windows are pretty big. Yeah. Fair amount of spots. Nice. Yeah.
Little table in the corner.
You only want to live here so that you can go to the barbecue shop. There's New Seasons right there though, that's nice. So we looked at the inside of Cook Street Apartments and it has the wall that I wanted. And parking is only $125 a month instead of $200. This is definitely an option. I don't like love the area that much, but it's also not the worst thing ever. Let's see if I can find. That's the rooftop.
Wow. Which
is cool.
That's cool. And the other question is, when you look at the floor plans of the studios, do any of the studios have balconies? It's cool. It's cool on the inside and the outside.
This one doesn't have a balcony on it. But
really nice view.
Nice view. I like the wall divide thing.
Yeah.
Washer dryer. That's like another closet. The bathroom. Oh, another closet. Bathroom. That's not bad.
Big mirror.
That's nice. All right, while Doug gets our food, our to-go order from the People's Pig, I did not order pork. Pigs are my favorite animals. We just took a lap around and we found a bunch of other apartments that I actually just added to our list. Right now we're on the border of Northeast Portland and North Portland, and I had never looked over here. My parents kind of thought it was sketchy, but driving around, like, it's very nice and upscale. Like, I actually feel safe. There's a lot of families who live here, and the parking is way less expensive. There's even one that's owned by the same people that built the Carson, so we're definitely gonna check that out. So now I have some more apartments on my list, but today was definitely like an eye-opening experience in terms of being able to like cross some things totally off and re-rank. Still really obsessed with the area that LL Hawkins and the Carson are in. This would definitely be like a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I'm only 10 minutes away from my favorite ice cream place is over here. My favorite salad place is over here. Definitely some things to explore, but thank you guys so much for watching part 2 of apartment shopping. Now I think there's gonna be a part 3, so this might just be a series. Also, I wanna give a huge shout out to the people who messaged me and gave me some real advice about apartments that I had featured in the video and just told me the real truth, how it is. It was really helpful to know, so thank you so much. I want to hear your apartment hunting tips, or if you just want to comment, let me know what your dream place to live would be. I'm really curious. If money was no object, where would you love to live? It'll be so weird to look back on these videos and see the apartments that I'm showing and be like, well, one of these is gonna be the one. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Sorry for the last minute cut in because this video was supposed to be over, but I just found this really helpful site called apartmentlist.com, and it's basically like Tinder but for apartments. It's kind of sick. Like, you literally get to say nope, love it, maybe, and it organizes the whole thing. And I don't know, it's kind of eye-opening because we've been finding a couple different places that weren't on my list, and I seriously feel like I have searched the map and found every possible place, so I don't know how I keep finding options because I want to make a thorough decision and I don't want to decide something just because I fell in love with it and not know what else is out there. Just thought I'd pop in here and say that. Check out apartmentlist.com.